Today we're going to take a trip to Winfield, Colorado. Our first stop along the way is a stone cabin that nobody really seems to know too much about. I came across a ranger once when I was up here before, and he didn't seem to have any information or know anything about the cabin, who it was built by or when. The last time I was here was more complete on the inside. The floor was complete, although a little rickety. This was a couple of years ago, but it didn't look this messed up inside here. Note to self, I tried the 5K wide angle lens on the GoPro. Doesn't seem to work very well for this sort of application. Probably better for active sports or something like that. I'll note it for the future, but for this video, you're going to have to put up with this kind of distortion here. The walls are very structurally sound. If this was like on your property or something, you'd think you could rebuild it, be worth your while to redo that floor and that roof, maybe these windows. It'd make a pretty cool cabin. This is Clear Creek Reservoir along County Road 390 on the way up to the ghost town, not totally abandoned town, but ghost town, old mining town of Winfield, Colorado. This is one of the main water sources for the city of Colorado Springs, but I thought I'd include it since it's along the way. The drone shots are made by a DJI Air 3S, which is a fantastic drone. I think in these shots I'm going like 46 miles per hour. This is a popular fishing and recreational spot. You can take boats out here. There's one fisherman right there. Okay, this is the first beaver pond I came across. Just again, we have that wide angle lens, beautiful flowers, nice and calm. Such a cool spot. There are obviously active beavers in the area because these ponds appear to be well maintained. There was a spectator at this next pond. A deer was just peacefully munching away at the grass. I tried to be careful to come up on it. It didn't seem to care at first, but apparently I scared it away. This is another nicely maintained beaver pond. Very beautiful, very serene. Just a nice, relaxing place to be. Now, this is something I didn't expect. I came across this little white streak up in the hills and thought it's a waterfall. I'm going to fly my drone up there and take a better look at it. I had no idea. I did not expect to find this. I was just driving along the road, and all I could see was that little white streak of white up on the mountain, about a mile off the road. I flew my drone up there and was able to get these shots of probably one of the most surprising waterfalls I've come across. I wouldn't even have known it was there, except for that little, and it just seems to go on forever and ever. And just when you think you found the bottom of the falls, it just keeps on going. Like I said, you couldn't even see this from the road, except for that little streak. And no, that's not the bottom. It just keeps going and going. I tried to Google these falls to see if there was a name for them. I couldn't find them anywhere. You'd think a fall of this magnitude would have some sort of a name by now. Again, this is off County Road 390 in Chaffee County, Colorado, between Clear Creek Reservoir and the town of Winfield. These are the kind of things that are made possible by a drone. That to hike over there would have been an all-day project, and you wouldn't even really know that they were there. You couldn't tell just from the road. So this is the supposed ghost town of Winfield. Not much to it anymore. There used to be a lot more houses. In fact, there was a population of around 1,500 people in its heyday in 1890. Obviously, there's still occupants here. There's another house that looked like it had some residents in it, at least currently, maybe not year round. This was apparently the schoolhouse for Winfield. There's a little sign in the window, apparently with rules for school teachers, such as you may not marry during the term of your contract, you cannot keep company with men, must be home by 8 p.m., you can't loiter downtown at ice cream parlors, whatever for. You may not travel beyond the city limits while it sounds like they're prisoners, unless you have the permission from the chairman of the board. You can't ride in a carriage or automobile unless you're with your father or your brother. Sounds very familiar. It's on the National Register of Historic Places. This is one of the few cabins that are still standing when you walk along the road. They have signs out that show you where other cabins and buildings used to be, but they aren't there any longer. I was expecting a little bit more. I've never been to Winfield. There's a sign over here that gives a little bit of history of Winfield. The marker on the site reads that Winfield, at the junction of North and South Forks of Clear Creek, prospectors came here in hopes of setting up find up silver mines. They were able to find silver and zinc deposits. This is an interesting plaque that says it's in memory of Gary McCall and Sandy Sigmund, who dedicated their lives to helping others and made the ultimate sacrifice in that service when their Flight for Life helicopter crashed on Mount Huron in July 9th of 1994. I hope you enjoyed this trip to Winfield, Colorado. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe.